good.
There you go. Okay, thank you. Welcome to the show. We are live and kicking. This is episode 7 or 6. I don't know. I forget. First day of knockouts. Loads of excitement. The players did not disappoint. Emotional commentary, overtime, goals, heartbreak. We had it all. It was a really, really good day. A day to really be prepared. And the Kiwi under-24 men were certainly prepared, as were the Colombians and the GB under-19 women. So we'll see a few clips with sound. And then the under-19 women one doesn't have any sound because I was telling them to walk past me. But it was a nice video clip. So our guests tonight, we've had both of them on the sofa before, but only anyone has ever seen Sam, because Bernie, camera doesn't like you, mate, sorry. We've got Sam Cooper, under-24 men's New Zealand coach, and Bernie Tarling, under-19 men's coach and elite coach. Guys, we had everything today. You guys are probably focusing on your games, but did you catch any of the excitement?
Yeah, well, I got down early in the morning and obviously saw the Argentina-Canada game.
Yeah.
And then while we were playing, walked out to the end of the Spanish and French under-19 men's playing as well. And then a little bit of the Turk and Aussie and South Africa and South Africa and France. So yeah, it's been a pretty full-on day.
It's been a great day. Yeah, it's been a great day. You catch any games?
Yeah, well, I mean, from my division, I was really interested in the South Africa-Argentina game, which didn't produce any real drama.
Yeah.
But then stayed on to watch the France-Spain game.
Don't give any results away.
No, I won't give any results. But it was a real drama-filled game. You know, it was the kind of spectacle that could do us really put our sport on the map. It had everything. Really, really enjoyable game.
Yeah. I think we're going to see the France-Spain game, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to look at that one. Yeah, we're going to look at that one. Before we do, though, I need to notify everybody watching of a competition. Liam Watson, New Zealand player. And hydro, yeah. I think he wants to just get his hydro underwater hockey out there. So there you go, Liam. Hydro underwater hockey, I'm saying it.
I'll say it again, hydro. All right.
Hydro underwater hockey. But he has kindly donated a pair of sticks and a glove. And he said, do what you want with them, but maybe I thought we'd do, and he suggested we do a skills competition. So we'll get clips of all the best skills, and he'll give away a pair of sticks, and the best tackle we thought, and you can win a glove. So obviously, I'm one person, I can't watch every single game. So what I'll say to any players watching or any fans at home watching, if you've seen like an amazing piece of skill or a really good tackle, then I put a post on the Facebook page which you can comment on, or if you know my number, which I'm not going to give out live on YouTube, you can text me. Best place is Facebook. Please reference the exact game number if you can, and the time on the clock. I'll have a look. Or if you want to do the video editing yourself, you can just edit the video and send it to me. That would be a lot better. And then on Saturday when the finals are happening, I'll announce who's won and give their details to Liam, and you have his word that he'll give you a free pair of sticks and a free glove. But we've got a few clips. We've got some skills here so far. Let me get the order correct here. So this is actually from today. First one is Nathan Archer. Nice bit of skill. Wrong foot's this guy here. And then he passed it to Chris Parsons, who does something quite nice himself. A little inside flick there. That's a bit of skill from those boys. Then we've got the French guy with his little windmill that we saw in a previous episode. That was pretty nice. Tommy Pye here. Now that's him down in the corner, swims out on the 45, and then beats 3 guys with like a little inside flick. That was beautiful. This is the one where Matt Adams should have scored, but he didn't.
Yeah, there you go, Matt. Go.
Yeah,
go. Oops.
And then the South African guy. This is a really beautiful piece of skill. Look at that.
That's the one I was talking about.
You know that. Oh, I've already featured that one.
Yeah, that was against us. Yeah,
that's your favourite one out of those, then?
Oh yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, that's my favourite. I mean, he takes 2 guys out. It's a beautiful piece of skill. yeah, I was the opposite coach, and even I had to applaud that.
Yeah.
Really was a good piece.
Yeah,
of skill.
I like the way he had his shoulder on the floor when he started as well. It was pretty special. Is that your favourite as well, Sam?
Yeah, that one's pretty good. Tommy Pied's one's not bad as well. You know?
Yeah. I think Tommy Pye's one was good because he kind of all the build up to it. He was down for so long and he spread the whole play and then cut straight down the middle. I thought that was a really good one. So I haven't got many tackles. I haven't really been looking out for tackles when I've been looking at these games. But I did watch the Colombia-South Africa women's game today, and there were 2 tackles in that one. Bern, I'm pretty sure I know which one's going to be your favourite because I know what type of coach you are. The first one, if we look at the first one, this is a nice tackle here. She just comes down and picks it beautifully and doesn't stick foul, which I thought was really nice. That's a Colombian tackle there. Now this one, the other way around, South African, oosh. The girl goes up holding her head. Which one's your favourite, Bern?
I bet you just have no idea. Yeah, I like a good collision. I think puts you on the front foot straight away.
Yeah.
If you take the puck away and go in a big circle, gives the opposition chance to reset. If you make a big collision bust through, the opposition are all moving forward with their player. It stops the impulsion, and the impulsion changes literally in the split second. Yeah. So yeah, I always like a good collision map. Yeah,
I'm a big fan of the first, to be honest. I can't really do the second type.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely more fan of the clean one. Take it off the player, get away from them. So different styles of hockey.
Yeah. Oh well, there you go. So anyway, they're the only 2 clips I've got really of big tackles. I really need your help with this one. If you want to win a glove, send me a clip of you making a really nice or really powerful momentum-changing tackle. Right, not too much quizzing and banter tonight. We're just going to go straight into some games. We kind of alluded to it at the start. This wasn't. These are 2 teams that are out of the competition, but what a game they had this morning. This one had absolutely everything. Canada, Argentina, 2 nations I must say that people here love. I know the Canadians are making a bit of a name for themselves with their yoga in the hotel. They're running like yoga classes for half the other nations, so everyone loves them. And Argentina are just having a great tournament. GB girls were here cheering on the Argentinian girls for their game against the Netherlands. So there's a lot of love for both of these teams. I'll give you the story of the game and then we can kind of talk through it. So let's have a look at the clips here. Canada actually went 2 up in the first half. This is one of their best goals in that first half. This is their second goal. So it's a nice 1-2 flick, like big flick through there to that guy and then a big flick straight into the goal. That was Canada's first goal. Argentina, it was 3-1 at half time. Argentina weren't lying down though. Nice advantage puck there. And then a really nice hit here and then a P roller into the goal. Ooh, just rolls in.
Oh, wow.
And then Canada pile one in to make it 4-3 near the end of the second half. Now, I don't know if you caught the time on the clock there, but it was 1:30, right? End of the second half, normal time. If you were the coach of Canada, what would you do? You've just scored, it's 4-3 to you, 1:30 left on the clock.
Get it up to their corner.
You're the coach, though. You can't do that. So you just tell your players, get it up to their corner.
Get it up to their corner.
Shout it from the subs.
Absolutely. You win the strike, drive to the
corner.
Preferably away from the sub spin.
Yeah. Right.
Just roll it in there. Just roll it in there. Just roll it in there.
Yeah. I have to say, Jordan Fries, I thought he did a fantastic job here. He did, thinking about it, and obviously when you're in the coach's box, you don't have time to think too much. You've got to kind of just react. But what he did is he waited, so that Canada just scored. He waited and let them all swim back. Waited till the rest were just about ready. Had his time out. There you go, Ben. Yeah. And by the time that had happened, there was only 1 minute exactly left on the clock. Swam over to his players, pretty much said exactly what you said. He picked out his fastest player. He said, right, I want to see you swim the fastest you've ever swum. I was listening from the side, right? I want to see you swim the fastest you've ever swum. I want you to take it away from the subs bin.
Yep.
And just basically just hold it in that corner. He's like, you've got this, you've got this, you've got this. So Jordan, excellent coaching. However, the Argentinians also had a minute to talk. And we'll watch, this is quite a long clip, but this is the strike as it happens. So Canada just scored. Here's the strike now. So Argentina are black going right to left on your screen. And there's the clock running down there, 45 seconds. And look at this, just, all the bodies down, just drive it. So there's a bit of drama for you there. So that's then, I think, 4-4. Hold on, yeah, if we don't want to see the clip just yet. Now, there was all kinds of then drama in the stands, because I was looking around, I'm like, okay, so 2 halves of 5 minutes extra time. That's the standard. But they restarted, and the screen was showing sudden death. So we're looking around, all the people were like, what? I thought it was, no, we're not, no, it's sudden death. So the game plays on. We kind of decided that actually, no, it must be 5 minutes of extra time. The reason is because Canada get this goal, which we'll see now, and the game carried on playing. So here's the Canadians there on the goal. He pushes it, the guy here, it lands on the lip, and he follows it up just about, luckily. That's the goal. But they carried on playing. So we're like, okay, it's not sudden death. But if we can pause it there before we see this, I have to say that the timekeepers were having a bit of a nightmare. They were having issues with the system, and the poor Canadians and Argentinians were having to play extra time without a clue how long was left. Ooh. I think the timekeepers were doing their best to kind of shout at them, but you know, it's like you want to just look at the clock and play on. I did feel sorry for them. But anyway, Argentina do get an equaliser right at the death of the second half of this extra time. We'll see it here. Really nice hit from the guy, and they put it in the goal. And then, obviously, not long into sudden death, it has to be said, Argentina get the winner. So congrats, Argentina. Unfortunate for Canada, but that was an incredible game.
Yeah, no, it was really awesome to watch. The boys were watching it. They were, waiting for the warm up, sitting there going, "Yeah, wow, this is going good." Both those teams came here and had a really good tournament. Watching that game was impressive. Jordan's done a real good job. He's got 8 guys, and for them to show up and do that today was really impressive. The Argentinians, man, they got so much potential, and they're such good guys. Both teams, awesome guys. So. Yeah. And then now they've got another chance to have a go at them again tomorrow as well.
Well, that's the thing. I still haven't got my head around how this 9-11 works. That was Canada Argentina was 9v11, and then the loser had to play 10. Yeah. And I think Canada beat Belgium today. Yeah. So now they get the chance to play Argentina again for 9.
So there's a couple of confusing things on in this tournament. Yeah.
I don't know, but anyway, if they keep producing games like that, we're all happy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I love competitive hockey, and that was just a really competitive game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a cracking game. And you, like you said, Sam, I think a factor there was the fact that Canada had 8 players. He gets to extra time, they're going to tie it, right? Okay, the next one is in your division, Bernard. It's the one that you were talking about. The Kiwi boys were watching from the stands, the under-19 Kiwi boys, because they obviously were going to play the winner of this one. And this was a cracking game. The crowd pretty much was all for France. We'll have a look at the French crowd singing their national anthem now.
Oh, the Marseillaise. Yeah.
Before we go to the next clip, I have to say, I don't know if you got sound at home. We didn't get sound here, so we were just silently watching the TV. Yeah. But if you did get sound at home, I hope you did. I have to say, that wasn't natural. They did a beautiful national anthem. It was really passionate and everything. And I was like, I should get this on camera for my show. So then afterwards, I was like, guys, you mind doing that again? And they were like, oh, for God's sake. So that was them like, doing it under duress kind of thing. But thank you, French fans, for doing that for me. Okay, so I'll give you the story of the game. So at the start of the game, Spain had all the early pressure, and they were really good value for their first goal here, which was a nice goal, which we'll see in a second. Here it is. So beats 2 guys there with a little fade, and then a nice 2-on-1 from the Spanish to finish this goal off. France do hit back almost straight away. Number 7 here makes that interception and then drives it all the way to the goal himself.
Wow.
That's Maurice Nico.
That is
now
impressive.
Check this out. If we just go back here, look at this.
Oh,
Now, you boys tell me. I should have had a break there on that one. Thank you. You boys tell me what you thought about that last little shot.
well, from my perspective, the guy who makes the flick avoids the guy he can see.
Yeah.
The guy coming in behind he can't see. That flick is never ever aimed at his head, but obviously it hits him in the head.
Let's see it again.
Does it hit him in the head?
See, for me,
Oh, off his glove even.
I mean, maybe it came off his glove, to be fair to the French guy, but for me, that's a headshot all day long. What do you think, Sam?
See, I think that might have had, the uplift of it might have been propelled off the glove as well.
Yeah.
Also, time, when it's slowed down, it's a lot easier to see and go this and that. But in real time, you kind of don't know. The guys, like Bernie said, the guy's coming in from behind, he can't see him.
Yeah.
If either coach, sitting in the box where your guy's getting a headshot, you're going, that's a headshot.
It's the other way around.
You're going,
came off his glove.
Yeah,
in fact, you know what? Before I saw that, I didn't look at it too well myself. But I was all prepared to comment and being like, "That's a horrible headshot. He should be sent out for 5 minutes." But can we just see it one more time, and just see if it does come off his glove, just so I can get this right?
I think so.
You're a little hard on him because he can't see the second guy. He's looking to pass it over the arms of the first guy. Which he does.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. And okay, then I congratulations referees. Congratulations referees. If that comes off his stick, I don't know. Does it?
So difficult to tell.
I'm not sure.
It catches his glove, I reckon.
You reckon?
And that moves the trajectory slightly up towards the other guy.
Oh, because I was in the stands and I was
painful.
sat with all the French fans, and even they were like, "Oh dear, oh God!" And they saw the ref waving his hands, and we were looking around, being like, "Oh Jesus, this is 5 minutes for sure." But to be fair, the rest deliberated, and maybe that's what they were talking about. And they said, "Oh, it came off his glove." No, and they just gave the advantage puck.
Right.
So
okay.
I was all prepared to slag you off, refs, but well done, good call. Yeah, we just debated it there. That's awesome. That's worked out really nicely. Anyway, it was 1-1 at the break, and I have to say, I thought Spain were really good value first half. I thought Spain were the better team.
Yeah.
They were really all over the French, really good at attacking the Spanish, but the French proved themselves really, really good at defending. In the second half, Spain get a 6-on-5 goal from an advantage puck that we'll see here. So this is 6-on-5 for Spain, and they capitalise. But again, France respond almost straight away. Actually, no, there's a few minutes gone by, but France respond here. And French, lots of sendings out. This is the winner. You couldn't really see it on the crowd, but look at the boys there celebrating. The guy on the side celebrating. That was the French third, and that was the one that won it for them and made it 3-2.
Spanish third.
Sorry, the Spanish scored. The Spanish third goal. Did not say the French? Sorry. Yeah, that was a Spanish.
Just to put you right.
Yeah.
But, you know. I've never done that before. Obviously.
Yeah, you see the guy. It's that guy there that I picked this clip for. They see the guy stood on the side. Look at him.
Oh yes.
He goes mental. Yeah, brilliant. They were so happy, and that was them. They go 3-2 up. The French tried to play out the game, but they kept on getting people sent out, and they had to finish the game with 4 players. And there was just no way really they were going to score.
Yeah, there were 5. There were 5 in the bin at one time. Within 2 minutes of the end, there were
3 of them and 2 of the.
Yeah. You had 5 sat up there.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, obviously that's both sides losing their head a little bit towards the end. One trying to keep it out, the other determined to score. I thought first half the French looked a little tired. They had a great game against Kiwis yesterday afternoon. Yeah. Literally in the ascendancy and only losing 2-1.
Right.
Closest game the under-19 Kiwis have had all week. And I think maybe the French put maybe a bit too much into that and
maybe
running on a bit of empty today. Not taking anything away from the Spanish. I thought they were absolutely terrific. You know, cracking little side. Yeah. And have come on through the week. You know, they really are starting to look like a good quality side now. Really are. Yeah.
It was a great game for me. Very, very close. But I think on the balance of things, I think the Spanish deserved it. I thought they were good value. Any thoughts, Sam?
Yeah, I think the Spanish team has been impressive. They're full of energy. Their coaches are real lovely as well. So I believe they beat the French in round robin as well. I think so. It was a kind of a draw going into that. So and leaps and bounds during tournaments as well for probably guys who don't get to play that much together outside of a competition. So all credit to them. And
talking about passionate, I really, really hope you get the audio on this at home. Guys, if we don't hear the audio, which we probably won't, I'll play it to you afterwards. But we had a Spanish guy, Alvaro, number 1 for Spain. He was commentating on that game. And we'll pick it up with like 2 seconds to go. So basically Spain are about to win. And hopefully, I really hope you get the audio on this. Let's play it and you can hear it at home. I don't know what he's saying, but you get the idea, right? And at the end, you just hear the mic just fall down, and he just runs out and celebrates. It's really, 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 really good. So yeah, well done Spain, well done Spain. Right, next game, under 24 men's. Now from excitement and a really like open game, I have to admit, I'm sorry, French and Spanish under 24 men. I didn't enjoy this game. It was a physical game. It wasn't really good to watch. South Africa, I think, have tried to open it up this tournament, but the French maybe seem to nullify it. But the French were trying to play, in my opinion, the French were trying to play a war game against a team that was bigger than them, and the bigger team was trying to open it up. It just didn't work for me. We'll see some of the goals. So South Africa with the early pressure and the first goal, which we'll see now. So this is South Africa here attacking the goal, and they had all the early pressure, to be fair, and they get that first goal. Can't really see it too well there. 1-0 at half time. Then they get a second in the second half. Again, kind of just a piled in goal. You can't really see much what's going on there. France make it 2-1 at the death, but it's just all too late. And then here's the South Africa celebrations. You see them all going nuts here. They got Hein there on the side. I had him on the couch yesterday. They get the whole team coming in to celebrate. It's great. So well done, South Africa. Excellent win. I think the GB boys now play the South Africans tomorrow. It should be a great game.
Yeah, it should be. So round robin. So I took that game. That game fairly impressive. Both French and South African teams, fast, big, like to play generally an open game. I'm guessing, knockout kind of hockey. Things get a little bit tense. But that looked like a real tough game. So congratulations to the South Africans. Unlucky for the French. Probably second game in a row that the men's team had it. But I've been fairly impressed by both those teams inside and out of the pool. So been gutted for one, but happy for the other. So
yeah. What about Bernie? Your GB perspective on that with our boys playing them tomorrow? What do you think?
Yeah, they're a big side, big mobile. We played them actually in the warm-up games, and they were quite nice to us as under-19s. They're big set of boys, very powerful. I think our lads can move the puck round really slick now, and they keep that movement going. And in my opinion, they'll win that. They will win that. But if they get themselves bogged down and allow the Africans to impose sort of a more physical game on them, they will struggle, because those guys, big, strong guys, and they're not in there for fun, they're in there to win.
Yeah.
So we need to be nimble, keep the puck moving. I'm sure Richard will have it sorted, he'll know what he needs to do. Yeah. So, it'll be a good one to watch.
Yeah,
sure it will.
Definitely. We'll
be very tight, I'm convinced of that. There won't be a runaway in that one, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think you summed it up nicely.
Yeah, I think tomorrow the semi-final between GB and South Africa is going to be tight, just like round robin. So 2-1 could have gone kind of either way in round robin. Be excited to watch, see how that goes. But got to give big ups to Henry as well. He's done a lot of work coaching the 24 men's and 19 men's here. So
oh really?
He's done heaps of work, because there's been times where he's stayed in the same coaching box for 2 different games.
Really?
And so yeah, I think we were really lucky to have that game, and then us v Turkey later in the day. It's going to be some real tough games tomorrow in the 24 men's division. So.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be exciting, I think, in all divisions. It's going to be a real good day. We'll move on. We'll look at the last game, I think, of the day, and then we'll look at the tables and stuff, or the how it works out. So the last game I watched was I don't want to see the clips just yet. last game I watched was the Colombia-South Africa game in the under-24 women's. Really tight game. There is a theme, I think, running through this, and we'll see if you can pick up on it, and we'll discuss it afterwards. So, firstly, I picked up a nice advantage puck, which I saw the Colombians do here. All three of them go down, and then they're kind of just happy to drive together. I do want to see the clip now. There we go. So they kind of put it down. They put it to the girl in the middle, and then the three of them just kind of stay down and just drive together. I thought that was a nice kind of advantage, but they're obviously just told to keep it in the middle of the three of you and just all three of you drive. Colombia do go down to 5 though, and then South Africa get this goal. Some really nice sustained pressure from South Africa. They just keep that puck, recycling it into the middle, and eventually score. Another nice advantage puck next from the Colombians. This time they kind of pretend they're going to bring it inside, turn, flick it back, and then work up the wall in the defensive zone. 1-1. Well, Colombia do get back to 6 eventually, and they equalise here with loads of bodies on the bottom. Nice drive from the Colombian girls there. It was 1-1 at the break. Another Colombian out, and another 6-on-5 goal for South Africa. And another Colombian out here, and another 6-on-5 goal for South Africa. This one was actually a penalty goal. This girl does really well here. Swim, 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 swim. I think she gets tackled obviously there, and they give a penalty goal. What I liked at the end though here was the way South Africa slowed the game down. They're 3-1 up. There's 4 minutes on the clock, as you can see, but they're just bodies on the bottom, just keeping it in that kind of wall channel and not letting it out. And then there'll be another clip in a second to show them doing pretty much the same thing from an advantage puck with 1 minute on the clock. Here it is now. Let's say they're just slowing this game down. Why the Colombian girl doesn't hit her there? That's full speed, by the way. And then South Africa just happy to see the game out, but they did so quite professionally. I thought they obviously knew they had to just hold on to that win. What do you think the theme was, guys?
5th beating 4th. Would I have you right?
Oh, no, just in that game. Just in that game.
Oh,
What
sorry,
was the
I thought
theme?
you meant the old...
No. Was it 5th?
overall.
Did 5th beat 4th every time?
It's certainly in the under-19 men, and I think in the under-20.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if... I
think
don't know,
South Africa's playing our women's tomorrow.
So was South Africa 5th? ranked?
No,
or
they were
fourth?
4th, I believe,
Oh,
in
okay,
Colombia.
so that's the only one. That
Sorry, well, no,
there you go.
The
Wrong,
two
Bernard,
men's
wrong.
Ones, the 2 men's ones.
What do you think the theme was in that game?
Short-handed,
Yeah.
scoring when they've got the advantage.
Yeah. All 3 of South Africa's goals, they won 3-1. All 3 of their goals were when Colombia were down to 5. And I'm going to get my smug hat on here. In the first episode, I commented about Colombians getting sent out, and I said it's all well and good in these knockout easy games. They're winning the game still, getting people sent out. But I said when it comes to knockouts, that's going to, in a close game, getting your players sent out is going to matter. So there you go, smug hat. I got it right, called it.
He is smug, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think, guys? Under 24 women's division.
Yeah, it's been pretty tight. It's about as tight as the 24 men's division is as well. So it's I think like the top 5 teams have all like beaten each other or drawn. So it's extremely close up there, and that just shows the kind of level of hockey between 4th and 5th to go to that. And to only score when you've got an advantage there is
I have to say, I think if it was 6-on-6 that whole game, I think Colombia would have had it. Colombia, when they were 6 in the water, Colombia looked good.
So it also shows that South Africa's got patience. So
True.
that finish of that game where they could hold the puck up and manage the game. When they've got that that extra person advantage, you can't always just kind of go for it and be like, I expect to beat it. They probably just exploited it a little bit and took their time and were like, look, we know we've got time to play here. Let's kind of work with it and hold the puck. So.
Yeah, and props to South Africa. They had nobody sent out.
Wow.
Colombians had loads. South Africa had nobody sent out the whole game.
Which
is quite impressive at this stage, right?
Yeah, that's very impressive. Yeah.
Okay, I hope I got that fact right. Someone's going to correct me now and be like, no, I got sent out. Right, let's have a look then. We'll just go through, just finish off with this. So, under 19 women's division, high-tech graphic here. Made that myself. So, there was only 5 teams in this division. So, GB South Africa played out a game today. Well done, GB, winning 3-0. And that means they play New Zealand tomorrow, and the other semi-final is Colombia, France. You got any thoughts on that, guys?
So I know from our team that it's been the triple round robin, so there's been a lot of games for those girls, so they'll be pretty pretty knackered by the come Saturday. But I think it's going to be pretty tough. It's finals hockey. You can never exclude anyone or kind of get ahead of yourself. So I think it's going to be a pretty tough grade. That game for South Africa, GB beating South Africa meant that GB and New Zealand now have 4 teams in the semi-finals.
That's right.
And if South Africa had won, it would have been South Africa had 4 teams in semi-finals. So
yeah,
it's kind of a tic-tac kind of game. So
It's great, that really is good. And yeah, congratulations really to our under-19 girls, because they've really stepped up this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think they came into it wondering what it was going to be all about, and have gradually across the round robin got better and better and better and better. So yeah, absolutely delighted for them.
Yeah.
You know, really, I mean, the team spirit's great. I'm in the same hotel as them. You know, they're all around together doing stuff together. But to be fair, both our girls' teams are. They really are living the dream with the hockey. So it's really, really good.
Yeah.
I have to say. You know,
Yeah.
it's great that we've got good matchups for semi-finals. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I have to say, on that theme of team spirit, yeah, it's palpable. Under 24 girls, and I was walking over with the under 19 girls as well today, and they've got their music going and singing. When I was walking in the clip, I don't think it had any audio, but they were singing to the long. So yeah, they're all really, really tight knit. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Let's have a look at your division now, Bernard. Or should I call you Bert? Your mum was calling you Bert today. What's that all
my
about?
mum does call me Bert.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
family
that's one
call
for
me
you
Bert.
boys at home. You can call him Bert now.
Or Bertie. Maybe worse, yeah.
Anyway, here we go.
Thanks,
Here's
Mum.
your division. Again, New Zealand got the bye to the semi. Spain, with that win we talked about, means that they play New Zealand. GB 6-0 against Canada today, and South Africa 9-0 against Argentina. It was 6-0 your game, was it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So there we got the GB South Africa semi-final, Burn, for you tomorrow.
Yeah,
Like that?
oh, wow. I mean, we played them in the warm-up game 3-3.
Mm.
They beat us 2-1 in the first round-robin game. We beat them 2-1 in the second round-robin game. We let in, I think, 23 goals across the tournament. They let in 26. I mean, there is not a cigarette paper between us.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's who turns up tomorrow. Whichever team turns up tomorrow, you know, that's who's going to make it through to the final.
Mm.
Because, you know, it can be decided on 101 things. Refereeing decisions, you know, there's so much now. The teams are so close. But it's going to make for a fabulous game.
Yeah.
And I don't think the New Zealanders are supreme. They are a fabulous side. But the Latin spirit of the Spanish and the way that they are able to raise their game on occasion, if they bring that spirit and really raise their game, and I mean they would have to, if I'm honest, expect the Kiwis maybe to crumble a little bit under the pressure. You know, if that happens, they have a chance too.
Mm.
But within that division, you'd have to say on the other game that you'd probably, I wouldn't put my mortgage on the Spanish beating the New Zealanders.
You wouldn't?
Say. No.
No.
But I mean, you know, they play great.
You still
and
got a
they
mortgage,
bring
Ben? I thought you were loaded.
Well, yeah. If only, Matt. Thanks very much for that one. Yeah, if only. But yeah, it'll be great. Ours will be really, really tight. The other one, yeah, I expect the Kiwis to win, but I do expect the Spanish to give them a good run for the money.
Yeah, yeah, and as you say, the other one's going to be super tight. That's going to be one to watch. We'll be cheering you on from the stands, Burns. Don't worry.
Very
We'll give you
kind.
that seventh player.
Yeah, give us a seventh player from
Yeah.
the stands, you guys, and yeah, that really will help us. That will really drive us forward. 5-3 tomorrow afternoon. Don't miss it. Okay.
Be there. Okay, Sam, do you want to say anything on the men's division?
Oh yeah, I
Under
think Billy's touched on it pretty well. I hope our boys don't get ahead of themselves. They've got to play a pretty passionate Spanish team, and finals hockey. Anything can happen. Pressure, refereeing, all those things. So boys just got to concentrate on tomorrow. Make sure they go in there and play well, because the Spanish are definitely going to bring it. You know, they're here.
Yeah.
They're underdogs, and in New Zealand we love underdogs. So they've got we can't. Just
passionate underdogs as well.
They
It's
are,
easy to get behind, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're easy to support because they're so passionate.
So-
Yeah. Okay, let's move on then. Under 24 women's, and we'll chew the fat on this one. Again, New Zealand with their rest day today, straight into the semis. South Africa, Colombia, which we talked about. South Africa winning that one 3-1, so they get to play New Zealand. And then the games we didn't talk about: GB 9, Argentina 0, and France 9, Netherlands 3. So a GB France match there, which should also be a hell of a game. I think, if I'm correct, in the round robin, 3-3 twice, GB France.
Yeah.
So not even a cigarette paper between them there, Burn, to use your analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's that pulls or the under 24 is extremely tight. I know that the French and GB have drawn. The South Africans have beaten France or GB as well, and then New Zealand have lost to GB, and very tight with France and South Africa. So it's all to play for in that division. 4 teams who can all take it home on their day. So good luck to our girls, but they've got to work hard to get to that final tomorrow. It's not going to come to them easy. And the same with the GB France game. I watched both the games. I was very impressed with the way the French girls were playing, and then the way that GB girls stuck in it, because they were defending most of the game. They could still come out with a draw. So I'll be watching that game probably tomorrow. It'll be a tough one.
We've got kind of a tradition in all GB squads, Bernie. You can back me up on this, where we just love to concede the first goal, the first 2, and then we start playing the game in the second half, right?
It's just a given, isn't it? We've got to let the opposition. We're British. We're just too polite. Come on through.
The great escape.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. But looking at those matchups as well, you've got a Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere matchup.
Yeah.
So we're going to have one Northern Hemisphere, one Southern Hemisphere team guaranteed in that final.
Nice.
Which again is great for hockey. It's worldwide hockey. This is the world's. It's not going to be all European. It's all not going to be, sort of Southern Hemisphere. So again, wonderful. But as you say, the both of those semi-finals could go either way. Very 100%. Very tight division. The men's 24s is a real tight division, and obviously we'll touch on that next, but I think for that, that's equally as tight and equally as difficult to call, I have to say. Very, very good.
Yeah, it's going to be great to watch tomorrow. Let's go then to under 24 men's. And this one had a full set of quarterfinals, the only division that had a full set of quarterfinals. New Zealand did actually have to play a game today. And they did so very convincingly, winning 17-0 against the Netherlands. The Turkey-Australia game. Now, this is the one that was going on next door while I was watching the game that I said I was bored by. Steve Baldwin was there going, "Oh, what are you doing watching that? It's the Aussies." And he was going mental in the stands there for the Aussies, old Baldwin. And we thought for a second the Aussies were going to come back into it. Sam, you were there as well, right? Yeah,
it was very tight. I think it was 2-1 at almost half time, and
right.
Aussies were playing with so much confidence. And Turkey's Turkey. They just keep going.
Yeah, Turkey were too good from the end, I have to say.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to see the Aussies maybe get an equaliser, but hats off to the Turkish. They didn't crumble. They came back. They were strong.
Yeah, I watched that game as well. I did start watching the same game as you, and I moved across. For obvious reasons. And it was a really good game, and it was one of those games where the Aussies continued to flatter to deceive. You almost thought, they're going to get back in this. They're really starting to put pressure on the Turks. They've got a good chance of getting. Really are going to get back in. And sort of towards half time, you felt that they were probably the team in the ascendancy. Half time, Turks regrouped. Second half, they just started to turn it up a little bit. And with sort of 5 minutes to go, you knew where the win was coming. But it was a really good game. Enjoyed it thoroughly. Yeah, it was a good game.
I should look back at that one, and I haven't really looked at many Turkey games, to be honest. I'm sure there'll be some for the big hit, the big tackles in there.
Matt, you've played them often enough.
I know.
The 24s play exactly.
I don't know if you can see it on the camera. But played them a couple of weeks ago. Blood running down.
Yeah. The 24s play exactly the same way as the elite team. Yeah. I mean, it's a powerful game. Very hard to stop, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. If we get the graphic back up, sorry Sam to cut you off there. We didn't talk about the other games that lead to the other semi-final. GB 8, Italy 0. Well done, our boys there. And then South Africa, France, which is the one that I talked about, 2-1. So a GB South Africa semi on the other side. Sam, talk to me. It's going to be close, isn't it?
It's going to be a real big game. So when they were playing around robin, we were warming up, and it was backwards and forth, goal saved, the goal disallowed, and so forth, like for 30 minutes. So I'm expecting it to be an absolute bowering of a game tomorrow. And I can't say who's going to come out on top. Obviously, GB's got the ascendancy there, and if you run through the round robin result, they should get through. But it's finals hockey again, and I'm this division, like Bernie said, with the 24 women's is so close.
Yeah, you could almost flip a coin for both of those. It could go either way. You could have any 2 out of those 4 teams in the final.
And we're really looking forward to playing the Turks tomorrow. We had a tough game with them in the round robin, and That's why we come here. We come here to play tough games. So this is what, the
Yeah.
boys 5-1. 5-1. So
It's convincing.
First 7 minutes we were on our own goal bin. They put us under a lot of pressure. We managed to pull one back before half time. Second half we had a sweet run for about 5 minutes. Put about 4 goals on them, and the rest of that is just very even. We just managed to sneak in for a little bit, and we did well because we kept patient. We worked, and we played a full 30-minute game. And that shows kind of what we can do when we believe in ourselves. So, we haven't had the smoothest tournament, but the boys really picked it up and showed up for that game. And we're back. Got them again tomorrow. So you guys know what they're like. So we can't expect them to just let us walk through them. So.
Yeah, and that's 2 of the 3 teams in the 3-way tie, right? The New Zealand-Turkey GB 3-way tie. So there we go. That is pretty much it for the show, guys. Thanks for going through it with me. Wasn't so much so banterous. Didn't have a quiz today, sorry, but it's all getting serious now, isn't it? All the hockey's getting serious. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Bertie. Thanks, Sam.
Cheers.
See you next time.
Cheers, Sam. Nice to meet you, mate.
Nice to meet you.
Cheers. Oh, that was a bit more.